Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good morning, my dear students. How are you today? Amar, would you like to say something?
No, I just want to read.
Okay. Put your hands down, please. Okay. The title for Unit 12. What's the title for Unit 12? Hands up. What's the title? What's the title for Unit 12? The title is Flying. Yes, Omar.
Flying stories.
Flying stories. So we are going to read different stories about flying. Okay, good. Now, who flies a plane? Who flies a plane? Hands up. What's his job? Yes, Abdurrahman Wael.
The captain.
The captain. Do we call him a captain or a pilot? Mohammed Mahmoud.
A pilot.
A pilot, yes. So a pilot flies a plane. A pilot flies a plane. Who would like to be a pilot? Who would like to be a pilot? No one? Do you think that working as a pilot is a good job or not? Hands up, please. If you want to say something, hands up. Yeah, Mohammed Mahmoud.
It's a double-edged weapon. It has advantages and disadvantages. The advantages, it has high profits, but the disadvantages, it's dangerous.
It's dangerous. Good. What about Khalid? Khalid Walid.
It is amazing job, but it is dangerous because the captain
Yes, is responsible for the safety of the passengers.
accident.
Good.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you so much. Okay. What do you need to be a pilot? What qualities should you have, and what should you study to be a pilot? What do you think? If you want to be a pilot, what should you study? And what should you be? What qualities should you have? Let's watch this video about what? Flying stories.
The skies can be an enigmatic place. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 most interesting mysteries in aviation. These are the baffling airplane stories that shocked the world due to the puzzling circumstances surrounding the events or the uncertain fates of the individuals or aircraft involved. Just to be clear, we're including the most interesting and shocking mysteries, even if they've been solved in the years since the events. Number 10. Flying Tiger Line Flight 739. Taking off in California and ultimately headed for Saigon, Vietnam, this United States military flight was destined to relieve troops of their duty, with 96 military members and 11 civilians on board. But 280 miles from the flight stopover in Guam, communications experienced heavy radio static, and after that, the plane was lost. 8 days and 200,000 square miles of ocean later, the investigation turned up nothing. But rumors ran rampant that the flight was the victim of sabotage. All 107 on board are presumed dead. Number 9. Egypt Air Flight 990.
We located a significant debris field, and we have concentrated our search efforts since then on about a 36 square mile of area, about 50 miles south of Nantucket.
Although the wreckage of this Cairo-bound flight was swiftly found after it crashed in the Atlantic Ocean, it's the cause of this spectacular incident that raises eyebrows.
We do not know what caused this tragedy.
Since the plane went down in international waters, Egyptian authorities were responsible for investigating the 217 fatalities.
It's a big tragedy for us, and I give my condolences to all the passengers, to the family.
So you see that one of the disadvantages of working as a pilot that you are responsible for the safety of a lot of passengers. You can have air tragedy or air crash. Now, let's learn some of the new words that will help you understand the lesson. Aviation, 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 the flying or operating of aircraft. Aviation. You see in the picture here, Amelia Earhart. Amelia Earhart was a female pioneer in aviation. She was the first woman to fly a plane in the world. Amelia Earhart was a female pioneer in aviation. Aviation means the flying of a plane or aircraft. Coincide with, coincide with. Coincide with means to happen at the same time as something else, especially by chance. Hala February Festival coincides with the celebration of the National Day. Coincide with means happens at the same time. Hala February in February, and the celebration of the National Day is on the 25th of February. So they come at the same time. Coincide with. Exemplary, exemplary, exemplary means excellent, providing a good example to others. Exemplary. Ahmad was picked up as an exemplary student, an excellent student. He is polite and hardworking, like Omar. So exemplary means excellent. Gliding, 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 the sport of flying in a light, engineless aircraft. So gliding, it means it's a kind of flying. Gliding. Gliding is a sport or activity of flying in a glider. A glider is a small aircraft without an engine. Gliding. Instructor, 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 a person who teaches something. Instructor, you can't pass your driving test this way. You need a driving instructor. Instructor means someone who can teach you, someone who can teach you how to drive, how to pass an exam. Instructor. Intensely, intensely, intensely means strongly, in a high degree. Intensely. We need to practice intensely to win this important match. Strongly. Notably, notably, especially in a particular. So this car has lots of disadvantages. Most notably, its price. It's too expensive. Notably means especially, in a particular. So the topic for Unit 12, flying stories. Now, let's discuss these questions. Have you ever traveled anywhere by plane? Hands up if you want to answer. Have you ever traveled anywhere by plane? هذا بكر. Yes, Khalid.
Yes,
Yes, I have.
I
Good.
traveled to I have traveled to Egypt.
Good. Okay. So this is the first question, Khalid. Where did you fly to? You flew to Egypt.
To Egypt.
Khalid. Okay. How long was the flight?
It was 3 hours.
Good. How do you enjoy the experience?
Yes, I have.
Yes, I did. Good. Khalid, what were the best and the worst things about your flight? You remember some events. Some events were good, others were bad. What were the best thing about your flights?
I enjoy seeing the world.
Yes, from the sky. Good.
From the sky.
Yeah, good. What about the worst thing in your flight? Did you lose one of the bags, or did you have a late plane?
I have a late plane.
Good. Thank you so much. Okay, Muhammad Sameh, would you like to ask one of your friends these questions? Let's listen to Muhammad Sameh asking Ahmed Muhammad Muhyi. Okay, Muhammad Sameh, ask these questions from 1 to 4.
Okay. Where did you fly to?
Ahmed Muhammad Muhyi, yes.
I traveled to Egypt.
How long was the flight?
About an hour and a half.
Okay, did you enjoy the experience?
I did enjoy the experience. It was great.
What were the best and worst things about your flight?
The best thing was sitting in the window seat and seeing the world around. The worst thing was the noises around the plane, which was mostly the babies crying.
Very good, Ahmed. Good. So Ahmed didn't like the noise of the plane, and some babies were crying. Good. Thank you so much. We didn't answer the questions on the right side because all of us have traveled. We have traveled to Kuwait, to Saudi Arabia, or to Egypt. Okay, let's move to the next exercise B. Would you like to learn to be a pilot? Who would like to be a pilot? Hands up. Would you like to learn to be a pilot? No or yes? Yasin. Come on. Yasin. Would you like to learn to be a pilot? Mu'min, would you like to learn to be a pilot?
No.
No. No, you wouldn't. Why? Why, Mu'min? Wouldn't you like to be a pilot?
Because I have another.
You would like to be another what? You'd like to have another career or a job? Good.
Yes.
What would you like to be, Mu'min?
Cyber security.
Cybersecurity. Maybe like a computer programmer.
Yes.
Good. You'd like to study AI, artificial intelligence. Good. It's a nice job. Good. So some people say, yes, I would like to be a pilot. Okay. What are the advantages of working as a pilot? What are the advantages? Try the book.
You will travel anywhere in the world.
Good. So you will travel all over the world. You will visit many places. What else? What else? Abdurrahman Wael.
You will gain much money.
Good. Khalid, you mentioned here you will have a good salary, a well-paid job. So it's a well-paid job. You will gain a lot of money. Very good. Come on, Abdurrahman, would you like to add something? What are the
You will meet
disadvantages? Yes.
a lot of people, and you will learn a lot of another things about the other countries.
Yes, different countries. So you will visit many countries and you will learn customs and traditions. You will make new friends. So these are some of the advantages. What about the disadvantages, Muhammad Mahmoud?
It's dangerous.
It's dangerous. Good. Yes, Yahya.
It is a very risky job that
Good.
that the plane would fail miserably.
Good, thanks so much. So let's mention here some of the advantages of working as a pilot. Working as a pilot, you will travel all over the world. You will get a high salary, as Khalid Bakr said. And the disadvantages, you can face dangerous flying accidents, and it's a big responsibility upon your shoulder. Yeah, if you are a pilot, you are responsible for the safety of all the passengers and, of course, the plane. Okay, good. Now, you are going to read a short biography about a young woman who became a pilot. As you read, answer these questions. You are going to read an article about a famous Kuwaiti woman. What's her name? Munira Muhammad Buurki. I'd like you to watch a video from the news about what? About Munira Muhammad Buurki. Yeah, this will help you to understand the lesson before
مجلس الإدارة والعضو
reading.
المنتدب لشركة الخطوط الجوية الكويتية رشا عبد العزيز الرومي والسادة أعضاء مجلس الإدارة، حيث قدموا لسموه رعاه الله كابتن طيار متدرب منيرة محمد بوعركي، وذلك بمناسبة انضمامها للعمل بالخطوط الجوية الكويتية كأول فتاة كويتية تحصل على شهادة طيران.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. طبعا شرفنا اليوم ان احنا نكون هنا عند صاحب السمو برعايه صاحب السمو امير البلاد الشيخ صباح الاحمد الجابر الصباح لتقديم اول كابتن على الخطوط الجويه الكويتيه للاخت منيره بعركي. طبعا يشرفنا ان تكون الكابتن على طيران الكويتيه، وهذا بعهد الشيخ صباح الاحمد الجابر الصباح.
تشرفت اليوم جدا فخورة اني شفت سمو الامير، عسى الله يحفظه لنا ويطول بعمره. بتهنئة لي وكويت ايرويز ان احنا توظفنا اليوم كأول طيارة كويتية، واحب اشكر استاذة رشا الرومي كل الشكر والتقدير لها. من بعد الله لولاها ما توظفت.
So here you see the title for the article, A Woman of Distinction. Distinction means excellence. A woman of distinction. What was Munira's childhood dream? When you read the text, find the answer for these questions. What was Munira's childhood dream? And what is unusual about the story? Have you ever heard any similar story before? So we've got here three questions. What was Munira's childhood dream? What is unusual about the story? Have you ever heard any similar stories before? I'll give you 2 minutes to read the article as quickly as possible to find the answer for this question. Muhammad Mahmoud. Yes, Muhammad.
Her dream was to be a pilot because from a young age she was fascinated by planes and told her father she wanted to become a pilot.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So this is the right answer. Munira's childhood dream was to become a pilot. What is unusual about the story? Something strange. What is unusual about the story? Only Muhammad Mahmoud. What is strange about Munira's childhood dream? Yes, Muhammad.
That she came a pilot when she was just 90 years. 19 years.
Good. Yes, good. Here, Munira, at the age of 19, Munira has become the Kuwait's first female pilot and one of the world's youngest captains. Good. So, a young woman with age, was fascinated by planes. So, although she's a woman, although she's a girl, she likes the plane so much. This something was strange because men or boys who like to be pilots. Have you ever heard any similar story before? I give you an example for the word gliding. Amelia Earhart. Amelia Earhart was the first female pilot in the whole world. Yes, Muhammad Mahmoud.
No, I didn't.
No, good. Thank you so much. Now, let's read the text again to answer the questions. I'm going to read the text for you. This will help you to understand. If you have some difficult words, you can guess the meaning of the difficult words through the text. A woman of distinction. This is the story of an unusual young woman, Munira Muhammad Buarki. At the age of 19, Munira has become Kuwait's first female pilot and one of the world's youngest captains. So, how did this unusual story begin? From a young age, Munira was fascinated by planes. She was amazed, she was surprised by planes, and told her father she wanted to become a pilot. Father, I want to be a pilot. If Munira's father had told her to go out and play with her friends, she wouldn't have been able to achieve her aim or dream. Instead, what did her father do? Instead, he arranged for Munira to go to the first or the best gliding school in the region. Where? Where is it? Where is the best gliding school in the region? In Jordan. Munira's childhood fantastic or fancies soon turned into adult ambitions. Her dreams have become what? Have become adult ambitions. However, when Munira was traveling with her family and passed through Kuwait International Airport, as soon as she saw the fantastic planes there, she knew she wanted to fly commercial planes. So, what kind of planes did she want to fly? She wanted to fly commercial planes, commercial trade. And that is what she did. Munira had to work intensely. She had to work strongly and forget her private life. Forget her private life to make her childhood dream a reality. Something which becomes what? True. She studied flight physics. What did she study to become a pilot? Flight physics. Learned how to use aviation, learned how to use aviation computers, flying computers, improved her English, serviced aircraft engines. She learned how to fix. She learned how to fix plane engines and spent time flying. So, what do you do, or what should you do to become a pilot? You should study flight physics, learn how to use aviation computers, improve your English, service aircraft engines, and spend your time flying. And the young woman had to do all this away from home and her parents. So she didn't learn flying in Kuwait, but she learned it in another country. She was away from her family, her home, her parents. Munira's efforts certainly paid off. She passed, she succeeded. Following her training on single engine and other planes, Munira graduated first. She got the first prize, or she became the first one in her class at the Jordanian Royal Academy, 5 months earlier than the rest of her class. So where did she study? Flying or gliding? She studied in Jordan, in Amman, in the Jordanian Royal Academy. She finished her studies before her colleagues 5 months earlier. After qualifying for her private pilot's license, so she had a test to get a flying license. She passed she passed the test. After qualifying for her private pilot's license, Munira immediately began courses in commercial aviation. So after finishing her studies, she began to what? She began to take flying courses in commercial aviation or commercial planes. Now she is well on her way to becoming a commercial aviation pilot too. As you listen to the news a few minutes before, that she became a pilot in Kuwait Airways. She told her local Kuwaiti newspaper, what did she say to the newspaper reporter? During my first solo flight, my heart was in my mouth. It's an expression here. What does it mean? When she flew the plane alone, how did she feel? She felt that her heart was in her mouth. عبد الرحمن وائل.
أستاذ في عيال مش عارفين يدخلوا، أحمد أمجد وعمار ياسر مش عارفين يدخلوا الحصة.
Never mind. Okay. So how did she feel? Yahya.
She felt very scared and
Yes, good.
like the
Scared,
fall.
frightened, good. Frightened, nervous, good. During my first solo flight, my heart was in my mouth, especially when I took off. But now I am a natural. I'm a natural person. I shall succeed again, God willing. Captain Nawaf Qoblani, the Royal Academy instructor. So instructor means someone who taught her how to fly a plane. Captain Nawaf Qablani, the Royal Academy instructor, was notably impressed. He was astonished, surprised by Munira's commitment. Commitment means hard working, commitment and determination, motivation throughout her training. During her studies and training courses, she worked hard. She was determined to pass the exam and to learn how to fly well. He said Munira was an exemplary representation of what Kuwaiti women can achieve. So he said that Munira was a good example. She was a good example of a successful woman. This unusual story certainly proves that as a young girl, Munira did not let her gender or her sex or her becoming or being a girl stand in her way. Although she's a girl, this didn't stop her from to become a pilot or the first young Kuwaiti woman to be a pilot. Munir's accomplishments or achievements are a victory and testimony to all Kuwaiti women, and also coincide with the appointment of the country's first female minister, Dr. Masouma Mubarak. So this happens at the same time. It coincides with what the appointment of the first female minister in Kuwait. Who was she? Who was the first minister, the first female minister in Kuwait? Come on. Yes, Muhammad Mahmoud.
Masouma Mubarak.
Yes, Dr. Masoum Mubarak. Both of the hard-working women should be role models. They should be good examples. They should be role models to the younger generation of Kuwaiti girls, whether they decide to have a career as a professional or in the home. Okay. Now, you should read this article again many times at home to answer the questions here. Read the article again. Are these statements true or false? And justify your answer. You've got questions. You have to decide, are these sentences true or false? If they are false, you have to say why. Mention why. Justify your answer. I'll give you time to read the questions. And if you want to answer, raise your hand, please. عبد الرحمن وائل.
The first one is wrong. False.
Munira was the youngest Kuwaiti to become a pilot. It's false. Why?
She was a Kuwaiti female first pilot.
So you say this sentence is false because she was a female, not a male. Good. Let's check the answer. So here, the first sentence, as Abdurrahman said, excellent. It's false. Munira was Kuwait's first female pilot. She was the first girl to fly a plane. Thank you so much, Abdurrahman. Second one. Muhammad Muhyi. Ahmed Muhammad Muhyi, yes.
True.
Can you read it, please?
Munira's father took his daughter's idea seriously.
Yes, good.
True.
It's true. Good. Can you just fair answer if you want to add something? How do you know? How do you know that her father took her idea seriously?
That he arranged for it to go to gliding school.
Good. The best gliding school in the region or in the Middle East. Very good, Ahmed. So he arranged for her to go to a gliding school. Good. Thank you so much. Let's move to exercise or question C. Mohammed Mahmoud.
It's false because she trained on single engine planes and other planes too.
Other planes. Good. So it's false. Good. She trained on single engine the planes and other planes too. Good. Excellent. Thank you, Muhammad. Khalid Bakr.
Yes, teacher.
Can you read it? Question D.
It took Munira 5 months more than the rest of her class to get her private pilot's license.
License. Is that true or false?
License.
She was late. It took her 5 months more than the rest.
True.
معنى الجملة دي يا خالد إنها إيه؟ يعني هي خدت 5 شهور زيادة أكتر من زميلها ولا اتخرجت قبل زميلها؟
Before
let's find the answer, Khalid. Let's find which line. You can find the line 47. Can you read 47, please? 47. Munira graduated first in her class at the
Munira
Jordanian Royal.
graduated first in
Yes.
5 months
Five.
earlier than the rest of her class.
Yes, 5 months earlier, not more than. So the right answer, false. Munira got her private license 5 months earlier than the rest of
Earlier
her
than.
class. Before her colleagues, before her classmates. Good, thank you so much. Let's find another one to answer question E. What about jihad? Yes.
No.
Can you read
True.
question E? You read it, please.
Munira didn't live with her parents while she was training.
Good.
True.
This true or false, Jihad?
True.
Jihad, did Munira live with her parents while she was training?
No, false. She lived in Jordan.
Good. So she traveled to Jordan. She traveled to Jordan to study aviation or gliding. So this here, Munira didn't. Munira didn't live with her parents. It's true. She lived in Jordan, so she could study gliding or aviation. Okay, good. So these are the words we studied today. Let's read them. Let's read them. Muhammad Mahmoud, the first word.
Aviation.
Good. Abdurrahman Wa'il.
Coincide with the
good.
coincide with the exemplary.
1 minute. Coincide with is a phrasal verb, a verb plus a preposition. Good. Next word, Muhammad Samah.
Exemplary.
Exemplary. Hazim. Hazim. Saad Walid. Ziad Walid.
نعم أستاذ.
Can you read this one?
Aviation coincide with exemplary
Yes.
gliding instructor.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Instantly
Thank you.
noted.
Ammar, the fifth word. Ammar. Okay, let's see. Yasin. Yasin. Faris.
Instructor.
Good. Faris. Mahmoud. Muhammad Sayed.
Intensity.
Very good. Yahya, last one.
Notably.
Thank you so much. Okay. Now, let's discuss these questions. Do you appreciate Munir's achievements? Do you appreciate? Do you like Munir's achievements? Yes or no? Hands up. What did she do? Why should every Kuwaiti be proud of Munira's achievement. Muhammad Mahmoud.
Yes, I appreciate because she worked hard and she achieved her dream.
Her dream, good. Her childhood dream. Although she is a girl, but she became the first Kuwaiti female pilot. Ahmed Muhammad Muhi, yes?
Yes, I appreciate her works because she is a successful person who worked hard to be in the place she is in today.
Thank you so much. Would you like to do what she did? Khalid Bakr, would you like to do what she did?
Yes, I would.
Yes, good. It doesn't mean that would you like to be a pilot. Maybe you would like to be a doctor, but you can leave your family in your country and study abroad in another country. You work hard to achieve your ambition or your dream. Good. What qualities and skills do you need to achieve your goals? If you want to have a goal, what qualities and skills do you
I
need to
must
achieve your
have
goals? Yahya. Yeah.
self-restraint.
Thank you, Khalid Bakr. Thank you. Yahya.
and insistence and aims and dreams to follow and do.
Good. You should work hard. You should have determination. You should have motivation. Good. Khalid Walid.
Yes. Um, you should be patient and courage to achieve it.
Very good. So you should be brave. You should have patience. You should have self-confidence. So yes, I appreciate Munira's achievements, and yes, I would like to do what she did. They are what are they? A strong desire, a strong will, and the well-designed plan. So to achieve your dream, you should have a good plan. You work on. Okay. So let's find here the most important questions in the list. What are the advantages and disadvantages of traveling by air? Not about working as a pilot. Traveling by air has some advantages and disadvantages. The advantages, it's faster and more comfortable. Disadvantages, it's risky and it's expensive. Okay, Muhammad Samah, would you like to read the question? Muhammad Mahmoud, read the answer.
Okay. What are the advantages and disadvantages of traveling by air?
Advantages, it's faster and more comfortable. Disadvantages, it's risky and it's expensive.
Thank you so much. Let's move to the next question. What are the advantages of working as a pilot? Traveling to different countries all over the world, you will get a high salary or a well-paid job. We can add working as a pilot has a good social status. لها مكانة اجتماعية مرموقة. Working as a pilot has a good social status. Let's read the questions and answer. Khada Bakr and Jihad. Question 2.
أول السؤال ولا الجواب؟
As you like, go on.
What are the advantages of working as a pilot?
You will gain much money and you will travel anywhere you want.
Good. Thank you so much. What are the disadvantages of working as a pilot? Disadvantages, you can face dangerous flying accidents. It's a big responsibility. Okay, let's see. Khalid Walid and Ammar. Question and answer. Khalid Walid, read the question. Ammar, say the answer. Ahmed Amjad. Yes, Ahmed and Muhammad Mahmoud.
What are the disadvantages of working as a pilot?
Facing dangerous flying accidents, big responsibility.
Thank you so much. Okay, what are the skills needed to be a pilot? To be a pilot, you should have some skills. Studying flight physics, and you should be good. You should have good English and good computer skills. You should know how to work with flying computers or aviation computers. Again, questions and answer. Abdurrahman Wael and Faris. Question 4.
What are the skills need to be a pilot?
studying flight
Physics.
studying physics, basics, good English, and good computer skills.
Thank you so much. Okay, thank you. Until we meet again tomorrow, we'll see you in class. Thank you and goodbye. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
عليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.